He will be on the aggressive side, the T side. Let's see who wins the piss round, who gets off to that good momentum, that good economy. I see a lot of Kevlars, James. I see a lot of Kevlars.
Yeah, Na'Vi going full Kevlar. C's looking to get an early pick in the middle area. I'm not sure how many people he spotted going to the left. See what the CTs choose to do. Ooh, there's a nice boost on short actually, but no one's going to be there to engage. And there's quick rotation from Na'Vi. Simple spotting towards long. Again, there's a range to be abused here, and Guardian's going to join him. Can they get off to a good start? So far, so good for Simple. The T's are closing the distance quickly, though. There's a nice headshot as well.
Yeah, lots of pressure here. Guardian, so many players close. Can he hit a headshot? No! It's going to be Zipex there, gets himself in with that one. And now it's a 3 versus 3. Quick on the flank is seized, but can his teammates hold on the side? Nice entry there from Seized, but he might be the last man to deal with this now as Edward has to retreat. He's very low, 9 points of health. Seized goes back in, finds the 1 versus 1, but Zipex will deny him, waiting for his teammate to come and help him. And there's the peak! Perfect play from Zipex and Dupree there, but still Edward to deal with.
Yeah, teams are anticipating Edward. Oh no, he jumped down with the bomb! The bomb's down there, how? That is a disaster, but one that can be rectified by Zipex. Problem is, he's got himself 3 kills, but he's low as well. Oh, look at the angle he is holding. He spots him as well, but now, where does he go? Edward with 9 HP, can he jump down in the middle area? This is getting super weird real fast. Zipex has crossed already towards the B-bomb site. Can he get the bomb down though? Is Edward going to hunt him? Going wide, so he won't get there in time to stop the plant.
Just 1 bullet is required for Zipex. A couple more for Edward. This is going to be very tight. Does Edward guess right? It's so difficult for him right now. Na'Vi need this good start. Zipex is just playing the game of patience, and that is what he is the expert at. There you go. It's going to be Astralis awarded the round, but what an insane and just generally quite weird piss around we saw here.
Yeah, that's absolutely bananas, especially with Dupree right here. He's next to Zipex, but somehow the bomb makes its way into CT spawn. That could have been a disaster for Astralis. One that's averted. That's really good, especially mentally as well. Imagine if they lose because the bomb's down there. But they prevail. We've got a force buy for the most part from the Na'Vi side. Guardian's going to be on the scout. He's left with 1250 in the bank. So life won't be ideal if they don't prevail. That's a great spray down from KRB.
Almost the, well, full auto there, almost all the bullets. That's pretty impressive. Some damage to be done here. You've got to be careful. The Deagles are out to play. Guardians on the scouts, and we know what he can do with that. Flamey looking for just a perfect moment to get in there. We'll see whether or not he's going to find that. Oh, there's the push coming in from Glaive. He does take the frag onto onto Flamey. And that leaves 3 players for Na'Vi, and they're woefully out of position here as the bomb can now make its way to B. Dupree has cleared it out for the Astralis side, and Na'Vi making a sensible choice here, just allowing the B-bomb site to be taken, holding their hands up, giving it away, and saying, all right, we're going to try to carry these weapons into the next round. Now, one thing that on Overpass we saw from Astralis is in this situation, they actually hunted down the remaining weapons. I think it'd be much more dangerous this time to do it, but will they try? It looks like they might be thinking about it, but it's very dangerous to try to get these guns.
For those of you at home, just note that Astralis, they smoked the door, but they Molotov the window. They don't smoke the window because that can be abused by CTs, especially with flashbangs. Not something you really want to do if you're trying to hold down the B-bomb site. We'll see if Na'Vi can get anything else done. For those of you in GoTV or Game Command, which is on every remaining match, I would keep eyes on Device, especially when he's on the CT side and how he plays short with the AWP. If he's got a read on you as a team, he will abuse that to no end. And then, generally speaking, I think it's just about the AWPers, really, and Flamey. What do you think?
I think everyone has to perform in this one. I don't think you can necessarily pin it down to any single one player at this point. Flamey has been consistent and simple. I think the end of the last map was very important because the first one was so crushing, I think, and there were so few spots for the individuals of Na'Vi to really get themselves going. I think this map really lends itself very well, and Simple, we saw him having very good performances right at the end of the last map. I think that's going to help a lot. And Guardian's still back in the shenanigans here with the scouts. Is anyone going to play this dangerous game with him? It's inadvisable.
Device is just jumping over the box, making sure no one's pushing suicide on the CT side. No one's pushing short, rather. He's in suicide. So far, so good for Astralis. 2 players picked off. Damage limitation's good. There's no damage right now. No significant damage. I think Dupree may have seen a cross, but there's no need for him to pursue. They have all the advantages. And we talk about double AWPs on the CT side, but let's not forget, Simple is an excellent rifler as well. He's probably the best rifler AWPer. Oh, Dan, get the camera. Simple's made himself some money, and that's going into the buy round. That's a very timely knife for him. We'll see what he does with his cash. He's got 5,900. He's dropping the AWP for Guardian. So again, they're going one AWP, which is perfectly fine.
Wow. He just homes in with the knife out of the smoke. That is gorgeous stuff there. Lots of extra money made. All right, so Guardian's on that, or rather Simple's actually been, he bought the opponent through it, but now he's got it instead of Guardian, so that's quite interesting. Obviously the grenade count is quite low here for Na'Vi, so really timing. They have to have a delivery from this AWP or something very early on into the round right now, because Astralis, if they decide to go in, there's no counter grenades to use, and they're going to go in and walking straight in to speed bomb site. Simple's there. There's number one, has to go for the 180, but it's too much to deal with at this point. Sees is stuck alone on the sites.
He is very isolated, but he's in a one-on-one duel with dupreeh alone with the bomb. Such a crucial kill to get for his side, but he's still very alone. Device and Glaive maybe just trying to wait for a rotation. Gamble's being taken, and now problems might escalate for Astralis. There goes Device. Still dupreeh on the bomb site alone. There's that Molotov towards the window. Now he's got his teammate with him. Going for an off angle on that plant. Ooh, Guardian spotting Glaive, but going to take it in the face. dupreeh cancels the plant. Both CTs close. No one going to push too far. Edwards. That's a very nice smoke grenade. Can they abuse it though?
Yeah, a little bit forward from the door, so allows some space to move out there. It's going to be pretty tough to deal with. And in comes the first peak. Glaive easily handles that one. Down to Edward. What can he get done in this position? A few players just playing the dance there with those AKs. And finally, Glaive manages to find himself the engagement to get the kill. Great performance from Glaive. 1 health left and 4 kills to his name for the 4 rounds that Astralis have on the board as well. Great start for them. And Na'Vi back into the save.
Very nice start for Astralis. And I like the idea of giving Simple the AWP in mid. He was so unlucky. If he didn't scope out, he probably gets a kill there. But bearing in mind, when Simple's at home, when he's got his stream on, he's doing that 10 hours a day. So there's probably no one better to do that. And Simple's going to be on the B bomb site on his own. Well, there's a stack towards long, and there should be some grenades being delivered here, but there's going to be no kills. Device down to 20. Forced to back away. He's got the AWP anyway, so not the worst case scenario in the world. Still alive as well. Nothing crazy happening just yet.
It's kind of scary though. Glaive and Device being in the wrong position just for a moment, and they could just fall quite easily when they start to try to push into a bomb site. So Astralis have to take a lot of care here, and they really need to almost, in some respects, you almost act as though you have lost some players in this spot, because you want to bring everybody together. You don't want to play the picking game and risk those players that are very low necessarily. And with those numbers, that can allow you to get into a bomb site. And once you've done that, then the hardest work is done. That said, we can see that Astralis are still playing this quite passively. Device, who is one of the low players who has an AWP, is the guy alone is T-spawn with the C4 here, the bomb. And there's 50 seconds left to go now, so Astralis, they pretty much have to make the commitment to a bomb site. Looks like it was likely going to be B or Device. A little bit of indecision there, perhaps. It is awkward, an awkward spot.
38 seconds, that bomb is on the rotation, and so are the CTs. On the plus side, Astralis have the range advantage moving through the middle area, even with 3 people facing them from A. Simple though, it's going to be a nasty surprise. That smoke separates the defense, however. Oh, they're in the red, and now they're a big problem. Look at the time on the clock. Down goes the bomb. They've got to retrieve it. That means they're going to be out of position. Caesar's got an AK. He's in a pillar position. He can avoid lots of flashbangs apart from that one. Doesn't know where to shoot. The spray Glaive's down. 10 seconds. Can they get a bomb planted? dupreeh pushing. This is a disaster. It might be about running away now for Na'Vi. 6, 5, 4. They can't win around that.
Unreal stuff. How did he find the guy with the bomb there? Oh, that is so devastating. Seized. And then falling back with the AK after these 2 frags. Just the crazy, crazy spray here. Finding that frag onto Glaive. Unbelievable work by Seized in this round.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
How did Na'Vi win that round? That is just, it just came out of nowhere. 1-4 now, and they obviously were able to pick up a weapon out of that. They were able to win a round when they were saving, so they've made a lot of money. Still, though, there's a big buy here for Astralis for them to try to break, and we'll see if they can do that. Obviously, Astralis, it is early days still. They want to probably play that pick-based game, keep the pace fairly slow before they go too crazy or play based on any reads that they have on how Na'Vi are playing this Dust 2. That's usually how things go. And I like this though, the fast smokes here, they can pressure into middle, get some information. They don't have to commit themselves to anything with those smokes, but they can try to create a fragging situation potentially, or try to pull some rotation from Na'Vi to get some information.
See the angle Simple's holding. That's something SK have been smoking off when they have been offering smokes towards the middle area. One round on the board for Na'Vi. Astralis, they still have a lot of time to play with. We saw how late they chose to push in the previous round. But we also saw what happened with that. Simple's now changed his position. He was on the grey boxes. So it seems there might be non-believers. He's looking for the cat drop perhaps, and there it is. Cat drop there. He can't save the second player though. Can't take him down. That's going to force Guardian away immediately. If Simple wins the duel, Guardian could hold his ground and stop the short push, which means now the bomb can get planted.
Yeah, they've set up, Na'Vi have set up a decent retake situation. It is 4 versus 4, but they have held on to the long position. It's really about trying to win short back now with Cease, but he doesn't have any friends to do that with, so it is a little bit awkward. It does pressure the long players to try to be the ones to act here, and you can see that's the case. Device will take down one of those long players. It's Guardian, no less. That's a big problem. The AWPer there, very important in this retake effort, and Edward, though, he's able to get the trade and still just winning every single fight. Great stuff there from the individuals of Na'Vi in their respective 1 versus 1s to take this one down, and they survive with 3 players after that. That is pretty nice.
Yep, consecutive round is good, especially the way the first map went. So Na'Vi doing a better job of things early on in this last map of this best of 3. See a spray down at range from Edward. Spray downs at range proving more difficult these days with the pattern change that was updated. Can be quite dangerous. So we've got Guardian and Device AWPing. Oh, that's not a good start. Seized, got gapped.
That is just absurd, isn't it? Grotesque stuff there from Device once again with the AWP. Ever the reliable factor for Astralis. And Na'Vi, I mean, losing someone so early really puts a lot of pressure on the CT side. And typically, the Ts will say, you know, we'll just attack A, because if the CT side doesn't try to push anywhere, it's likely that they'll split up 2 to a bomb site. And you can see already on the minimap that the natural spread of how you cover A allows you to more easily isolate players as you're the T side coming into that bomb site. So if they attacked A, they would get a 1 versus 4 or something similar, if that's what they were to do. And Na'Vi are just playing it standard, so that would be the best play for Astralis. We'll see if they make it. Does indeed look like they're going towards Catwalk here, but Guardian's there. This is important. If he can connect this shot, the flick is missed. Nice bait on the angle. They realized that was very likely, and Astralis can gain some ground now.
Edwards abandoned the long position, taking a gamble to support the players, to support Guardian, really. Oh, he finally makes it there. He's got the rifle support as well. He's going to tag his teammate in the leg, I think. That may save some bacon on the short position. Edward taken down by Dupree, and now there's a rotation towards long for Astralis. They're really playing this clock down to the last breaths. 25 seconds and the A split is coming. It's Guardian alone versus 4.
Oh no! Gets caught with a pistol in his hand. That's not ideal there for Guardian, and that's essentially the round done and dusted right there. There's nothing much that the remaining players of Na'Vi can really do from this position. It's a long rotation. Looks like Simple's going to see if he can get a fast frag or if there's a mistake to be capitalized upon, but it's going to be tougher. The AWP is collected, and indeed, nothing offered up to Simple, so it's going to be the save that they'll try to go for. Flamey is an issue, though. Oh, sorry, Zipex is an issue, though, for Flamey. Flamey does pick up the kill, though. Nicely done, but there's still perhaps more where that came from.
Yeah, Flamey with an AK is never good if you're the opposition. Doesn't choose to engage in that battle. That's not one he needs to win. Survival is the name of the game at this point for Na'Vi. Edward caught short, trying to get every edge possible. I think he was killed trying to pick up a P250. You want to see Guardian in those situations. You want to see him go nuclear, but that was quite the false start. That was a nice shot though, especially with the second scope. But yeah, I think he might have shot his teammate in the leg there, I'm not sure. We will never know. 3 rounds between these two sides. And with those weapons saved by Na'Vi, they can buy around them. Guardian dropping for his teammate, and he will be AWP no armor. If he plays towards the car, he'll be relatively safe in comparison to, say, long or mid, where he may be very exposed to grenades and the like.
Ooh, nice smoke on the corner there on long. Dupree gets himself in there. Edward in trouble, 13 health for him. A flash comes in, I think, from a teammate, blinded him fully as well. That is very tough to deal with. In the meantime, the push into middle from Na'Vi is being successful, so they can perhaps contain Astralis on the long position, and that's where everyone is. Simple's coming in to assist Edward, but he is just done. He's dead meat. Flamey comes in as well. They want to contest this one. They do not want Astralis to have it, but they will. They'll have whatever they want, and now it rests on Seized here to hold things down. Guardian can buy time, and Seized can try to lock them in.
Seized playing the off angle. Guardian will just hold an angle of his own. Do they know that the entire team are there, though? Guardian trying not to get flanked, moving all the way through CT, checking the middle area, so maybe that'll give them the information that they wanted. I think they made the mistake there, Na'Vi, trying to save Edward. I think they should have left him to die on his own in a cold world in the pits. Because Long was, I don't think they had the utility, really, to do it, to get those flashes in for Edward. He had to flash himself, but those are just like thrown into the sky, very easy to avoid. 40 seconds remain. He's still holding his passive angle. And surely Na'Vi realize that all of Astralis are here.
They're really making Guardian sweat. Last round, he couldn't get it done. Is this the round? He doesn't have a flank to worry about this time.
Oh man,
there is
gap.
That's a significant gap, isn't it, for the likes of Guardian? Oh no, the flick comes in, but he misses it. Another opportunity missed, and he's the only one to stand here for Na'Vi. His teammate Seized has gone down on the flank. Guardian missing all the shots there so far, and he realizes that there's nothing he can do. Too many missed shots, has to just save the AWP now. Cut his losses. Very bad situation. Flick comes in though to try to cut off the pursuing device. He's successful this time, but he will be very disappointed. Unable to capitalize on that gap that you highlighted there. That was, I thought for sure he'd be able to nail that one.
They had no flashbangs either. They had no flashbangs. Maybe the jump was enough to throw him off. Missed his swipe. That leaves Astralis on their 6th round. Na'Vi playing a catch-up game. Oh, got to be careful if that was he spotted. No, there we go. That is a saved AWP at the very least, but not really doing what you would expect in this situation. Guardian at the bottom of the scoreboard with Edward. And yeah, I think they should have abandoned Edward in that long position, unfortunately for him, but...
Yeah, they had to contain. There's 2 ways to go for it. Either you try to fight, but I think, yeah, as we saw initially, Edward had a very poor initial engagement and wasn't able to get anything done, and was already very, very weak. And I think the corner smoke as well from Astralis is very powerful in cutting off assistance for Edward too. So it made it very hard for Simple to actually crossfire properly.
Yeah, we have a tactical timeout from Na'Vi at the moment. Again, it's 6-2 in favor of Astralis. The current score is 1-1. See some admin chat. Not sure if that will result to anything. But here we go. Seized has been fragging well for his team so far, but there's not much they can do in this situation. Flamey's gone for the Force Buy, MP7 and armor. Not every day you see that, but no one else has bought anything. And I'm not sure if this is live or not. It doesn't look live necessarily. So we'll ignore that buy. Flamey is completely AFK at the moment. So I think there may be a technical pause. Yeah, we have headsets coming on and off, so we won't speak about anything in particular. How do you feel about the proceedings, Dan?
About the match so far, or just generally the scope?
Well, the match so far,
the major. Yeah. So far, it's really interesting. Obviously, we're not getting the best star-like performances out of the Na'Vi side just yet. It's something, obviously, that they need to be able to step up. They're trying to take the engagements, but they're not having quite the success rate of Astralis. You're looking pretty damn consistent here. And the thing is that when you have Glaive playing out of his mind like this, and we already know that Kirby and Zipex and Dupree, pretty much everybody is performing. You can't have spotty performances from Na'Vi. They have to be able to match the caliber here of the Astralis side. And you're looking at Dust too as well. It comes so much down to the individual engagements. It's hard to get as much mileage from tactical play. So that's obviously going to be a factor. And so far we have seen a lot of missed shots here or there from the Na'Vi side. So if they can get that going, perhaps Guardian can be the talisman here. He's got the AWP that's saved as we live things back up. And he's going to get the boost going into the short position. Let's see if he can make the difference.
He may get boosted as well. We see Edward positioning, repositioning. Angle being held, and that is off to a good start. Bomb spotted, but that doesn't really mean much when there's a minute 40 on the clock. Good early starts. Guardian taken down immediately there, but Simple's in a position to collect that AWP unless they go for the push. He needs to find a headshot there. There it is, looking for another one. But again, he can just take an advantage for these weapons. Takes away an AK. That's another weapon to be collected. Nice angle being held by Flamey.
Side look pretty good here for the Na'Vi side. The guns to potentially be collected, but they're not trying to jump the gun here too soon because Astralis are looking to get in the bomb site. They want to get caught out of position looking for those weapons. In they go as well, using the smoke for cover. Good work here from Device. Oh, one CT sneaking through. It's Flamey goes in amongst the T's here as they try to push in. It's not going to be looking too good for Astralis, though there is time. That's a really big issue here for Na'Vi on the other hand, because that makes it much more of a question mark as to what exactly Xipex's options are.
Look at Simple's angle. Look at Simple's angle. Is he going to see the time? Oh, the Rex, he's going for it. But Simple's not going to miss those shots. You can jump as much as you want. He does this all day, all damn day. 3 rounds on the board for Na'Vi. Going into that round with only the AWP, taking a lot more away. Great early pick from Guardian.
That was glorious stuff. Glorious from Simple. Looks like the AWP is going to go back into the hands of Guardian as well. And we have a much better setup on the grenades here for Na'Vi. Now Astralis, they are, I mean, Device still has an AWP, but they've got Tech 9s coming in. It's looking a lot more patchy for them on this buy. So we'll have to see what their plan is here. I mean, usually with the Tech 9s, you want to be able to get them into close quarters, create chaos, create space for the AKs, but it doesn't look like we are restarting around here. So bit of a pause again until we get things kicked off and find the answers.
I'm just waiting for double AWPs on Na'Vi.
Yeah, man.
It has to happen at some point, but I think it'll be an opportunist thing. If they can take an AWP from Astralis, then perhaps. But that might take away from whatever strategy they have in mind. So that's a question. Do they want to stick to strategy or do they want to play to their strengths? I mean, it is Dust 2 after all, but they are up against a formidable opponent.
Oh, wow. Blushing James. I am blushing currently.
Thanks, I guess.
Never seen you with that word.
Yeah, but when the screen goes away, so does the six-pack. That's the problem there. That is the problem. Very random insert to this match. The unpause has fortunately come in to save us from that screenshot. So we've got the buy once again from the Astralis side. Glade's got the money to drop an AK. The rest of them have gone for the full force down to take 9s where relevant. Dupree on the AK as well. So here we go. Much more utility onto Na'Vi. 1 AWP, but there's a good chance for them to take a second one. I don't know about you guys, but I want to see double AWPs. This
is really cool, actually, because Device can try to lead the pick with the AWP, and the Tech 9s can potentially follow up. Although, it looks like the quick incendiary coming down from the CTs is going to prevent any progression. And also, they're looking very passive. Na'Vi not even trying to get across on that angle before the smoke goes down. Very, very safe. Good to see from them. And they also have Cat presence as well. So Na'Vi mixing things up a little bit. You can see Guardians up there at the moment, and they have nothing on long.
Can we see a third-person perspective of the Cat presence? They got 3 dudes there, man. They got all the dudes on shorts.
And Astralis, again, they're not running a default round, so they have no presence towards long. They have no idea that this is the case. If they go for B, this is like fastest rotation possible with the setup Na'Vi have. It's a very good anti-B setup.
3-man on road for Na'Vi, all in the short position. Simple will be holding down the long area. Edward trying to avoid what would be inevitable flashbangs. Astralis still looking for a pick. They've got Xipex's just making sure there's no flanks coming in. Moving in the middle area.
Okay, this is important. Trying to actually get more presence on the map and trying to say because obviously Na'Vi, they're throwing in those incendiaries. They know that Astralis is sitting there.
We've seen good counter flashes from the CTs in this position. Device finally gets his pick, and suddenly they are swarming on the site. But Flamey delivering again. Can this man be stopped? No time to reload though. Finally, he'll get his head taken off, but it's man advantage for the CT. Simple gets a spray, leaving Device alone. He's shoulder peeking for days. He's dancing Simple. He's teasing. Device with 12 HP in a 1 versus 2. Not going to work out for him. Edward, will he pick up the second AWP? Will you pick up the second AWP?
Who's that guy?
Mr. Richard Lewis. Oh, look at the baby behind! Oh, that's so cute. He's even got his own headset. That's adorable. Shout outs to babies. They continue with 1 AWP, Dan. They're denying us.
This was sick. This was so sick. There's such an awkward position when 3 people are rushing you down. That's just a testament to how good Flamey is at this game, how unshakable he is from his performances. Just Beautiful stuff. And now we have Na'Vi in a comfortable spot. They're up against Glocks. There's no Kevlar. They got an MP9, MP7 in there. Should be easy. They're even going for a bit of a push, perhaps into the upper dark area to make sure they have the fastest rotation to deal with this. Everything looks good. It's fine. It's great if you're an Na'Vi fan. And Seized, he's going for it. He wants those frags, James. He's coming in hungry from lower dark.
This could be a part of why they didn't go for the second door, because it might be difficult. So, you know, you get into a sticky situation. But I do think they're just generally sticking to their game plan. Indeed, Seized is on the hunt. Guardian tagging, but no kill. Just Jet getting his bell run, but he's still got most of his life. Glaive, the gauntlet run. Operation Human Shield has been a success. The bomb has been planted. Na'Vi retake, all players alive. Everyone's going to be happy with that.
Very smooth. 5-6, so things are starting to tie up here between Na'Vi and Astralis. I do generally get the sense that Astralis kind of have like this more confident vibe about them. They look better, generally speaking. But Na'Vi, when they're peaking, when we see performances like that from Flamey, they always are able to just bring it back, seemingly. It's really impossible to tell at this point who's going to come out ahead in this half. We've got a big buy from both teams. Obviously, the money is a little bit ahead for Na'Vi, but not too much. Astralis will have to eco if they lose this round, so they're not in the best place there either. So very even. And here comes the long take. A very aggressive long take here from Astralis, forcing Na'Vi all the way back.
They just about get around the corner. Edward standing his ground. Jarvi going to take it in the face. The spray as well, the warning shots. How many more of the Astralis side are in the long area? The T still have to be careful. Sometimes you get some late retakes from the CT side. Na'Vi have abandoned B. They've gone for a two-man push through tunnel. But they're starting to reposition now, maybe checking T-spawn. The net is tightening on Astralis, and they have no idea.
This is really interesting, actually, because there's so many ways you can play off of a very fast long take. Obviously, the CTs, you know that they have to take catwalk because they can't be on long, so they have mid presence. So you can often get locked in, and they still have a strong position to fight from if you have the grenade. So they're just going to go for it. I think this is definitely a smart play. Na'Vi making sure that they're covered in case there's a switch to B, but it's going to be it's a simple comes in. Grenade from Guardian, raiding it as well. And the kills are flying here for Na'Vi. It's Astralis with just two men standing, and the bomb's not yet planted.
That late Molotov from Edward. Seized has got one as well, but he's in a long position. Astralis running out of places to hide. Dupree gets taken by surprise. There it is. Device, does he commit to the bomb plant here, or does he try to clutch the round? He's got that lower box that gives him a slight advantage. 12 HP, instantly traded by Guardian. Another round in the books for Na'Vi. The score is now tied.
So interesting, like, again, the position that Astralis put themselves in there, they realize after just sitting there for a certain amount of time, trying to bait a response, as you said, maybe a late retake of the A-long position. They didn't get that, so, oh my god. On to Putin, of course.
That's probably Putin, yeah. Why not Rider Bear? No, it's not, yeah. It's Guardian's head, but it's definitely Putin.
Yep.
Charging.
Running the bear, of course.
Why the hell not?
Bear cavalry, what do you do?
Astralis heading towards maximum loss bonus now. That's a good start. Got to be careful with your tracers. Most weapons, every third bullet will reveal roughly where you are shooting from. And therefore you can be punished. Simple trying to jump onto the white boxes. He has given his position away, however. So we have to be a bit careful. You won't hear that smoke collide with anyone, but they choose to back off. Dupree peeking towards B, maybe expecting two people in around CT. Trying to capitalize on any potential advantage, but no such luck. 3 players remain on this buy from Astralis. It's half buy. Again, there'll be an full buy next round. There goes the bomb. Cleanup operation looks pretty good. There is bleach everywhere. Only Zipex remains. 3 bullets for Seized. He'll continue peppering. Zipex just looking for someone to overextend, try and make a bit more money, or take it away rather for Na'Vi. There's a good start. Yeah,
not ideal there. C's just running in. I mean, they have the bomb and everything, so it's all going to be okay, though. They clear everything up in the end. 2 players lost. And will Na'Vi need to bring in the Bear Cavalry? That's the question. They have a lot of money now, obviously, last couple of rounds of this first half, and they've had a great resurgence. It's Astralis now taking a timeout. You can see there's perhaps a bit of a more weary look on their faces as they realize that Na'Vi are really getting into things here, and they're up against a strong opposition. And also, I mean, they almost outplayed themselves as well in that round in which they took long very quickly, and then realized okay, we waited for a response, there was none, but we know that Na'Vi will push mid. We've left it open for too long, we can't retake it now, we have to commit to A and play from a disadvantage and just make it work. These are not good situations to put yourself in, so Astralis definitely need that timeout, they need that moment of pause to re-strategize their approach here, because they have a big buy.
They do have a big buy, and if they continue to fail, they'll have nothing but horrible ecos and big buys. 2 rounds remain in this first half. Na'Vi just the 1 round ahead. No real indication as to who might be taking this. 3-man take off the long area, but the flash is not going to work out. Flamey goes out, Flamey goes down. The spray towards Edward, but not quite spotted. He's going to hold his ground once again. Won't see the players from blue. Is he content though? He's got 1 HP down. 1 point of health. And now perhaps he will turn into bait, as you see Simple by the car position. Guardian's holding, but from near barrels though, from near graffiti, so both he... Oh, does he spot? I don't think he realizes that there's a player on the ledge. He's got to be very careful. Device appearing to be a master of surprising angles against more storied AWPers.
Oh, there it is. Guardian says hello. Device down in the pits. And that is where he will rest for the rest of the round, at least. And what do you do now if you're Astralis again? The only difference here is they actually try to retake or have presence in middle, but look at this flank coming in from Seized.
Look at this.
So much time has gone that Na'Vi have been able to manipulate the map control in a way that they can cause so many untold problems.
Dan, the bomb is isolated. They've abandoned the bomb.
Yep.
The bomb is very likely going to die, and so do their chances of winning this round if that bomb goes down. Seized is coming in from the back, Dan, towards the bomb. The push is on short, but the real action is here. There goes the bomb. There goes the round. Guardian gets picked off. Kiabi and Glaive have got 20 seconds to kill 3 people. It's not going to work out. A master stroke by Seized puts Na'Vi on 8 points.
That is that's the closest almost barbecue I've ever seen, James. Look at this. Oh my God.
No one likes an almost barbecue.
The almost barbecue. Look, the Guardian just waiting. He just knows.
He knows his angles. Guardian's a great AWPer to watch, especially on a T side. All the little nuances he does, like peeking Goose from the bricks. So if someone's AWPing as well, they might shoot him in the legs instead of the chest. Very good attention to detail, as comes with experience. Again, at the long push, Astralis have been successful with these pushes. They take it again. This time, Na'Vi don't fight. But what more can they do with this? Not the whole team here this time. Some decoys, but there's a push on short, and the TTs can't get into position.
Dangerous stop, Kirby knocking out players here. We have a small response, but the positioning is just too much of an issue here for Na'Vi to defend properly. Glaive catching them on the flank. It's the ABC of Counter-Strike as performed by Astralis. They come back with a 7th round here on the board for a very even first half.
Yeah, there's not much between these 2 sides. Everybody fragging to pretty much the same degree if you compare team to team. A great play from Astralis. Again, Astralis showing the ability to adjust, to kind of glean information, whether it be a win or a loss, and then abuse that to their advantages. Seized and Dupree putting in work for their side. Seized has been really good this series so far as well. Top fragging for his side with 14 kills. Flamey never far behind. And again, Dupree doing good work as well. No need to continue moving into the second half. Na'Vi starting on the T side. Match has not been live just yet. Some players buying bits and bobs. Once it begins, we'll detail some discussion. I think the players, the teams have up to 5 minutes at half time. Don't expect that to be taken. Do you favor a team at this point, Dan?
You know, I just don't know how to call it, to be honest. I really don't know how to call it. It is so close at the moment. What about you? I know you never make predictions, so it's almost pointless asking you, to be honest.
Yeah.
just all right. Yep, all right, fair enough.
Okay, so we've got some more. Wow. Is that real? That's pretty cool. Birthday party. Happy birthday, NNNNI, and the rest. Happy birthday to you. Na'Vi leading by 1 round at the moment. But what happens in the pistol? We've got Guardian and Seized with utility, smoke, flash, grenade per person. And it seems Astralis will also favor 5 Kevlars, 5 USPs on their CT pistol.
Well, on a map like this, you want to take those long-range engagements, and it's Dust 2, so there's a lot of the long ranges. So I respect this choice, and Astralis, they're not foreigners to Kevlaring up every single player. All the support for Na'Vi in the crowd. Na'Vi making their way into the upper dark position at the moment, just actually running more of a default pattern as to how the maneuverability, the movement of the team goes. Astralis not going with the classic cap presence that you often see from CTs, as is the metagame to get information and fast rotations. Instead, playing it slightly more passively, only with Zipex and Kirby as mid-presence.
Kirby, 4 targets coming his way. And again, he's also the bait in a situation. Zipex looking to capitalize on any would-be aggressors through the doors. But he'll also hear information, and that's going to cause the device to rotate towards the car. Maybe expecting Na'Vi to play towards the A site, but you can see where the bomb is on the radar. Na'Vi not giving the whole game away just yet. Still got most of their grenades in tow. They could drop that pop flash through middle doors, and Zipex could get taken out. You see them both trying to trade for each other. There's the beginning. But where is the end?
Na'Vi looks like they are ready now. They've keyed the push to come in. Dupree is ready and waiting. Oh, it could be good. There goes an aid. Oh, Dupree still alive, but not for long. Guardian comes in with the Glock headshot, and now Zipex has to defend. He can't. Oh, what is this? Who is that? Simple! Denied by Kirby. Another one as well. 2 players left here for the Na'Vi side as they try desperately to plant the bomb. They'll just about get it done, but there's 2 more left here from Astralis quickly making their way in.
Device and Glaive. Device positioning, and now it's only Device. Flamey giving him the 1 versus 1. He does not have the range. There's the headshot from Device. He's got reasonable life left as well. Guardian's got no Kevlar. He can't take as many bullets as Device, and he's got a USP. The fake comes in from the decoy. He faces, but he can't get the kill. No fatal kills. Finally, he will take the rounds. Pistol taken from Na'Vi. They have opportunity to extend their lead.
Oh, that got so awkward. I think Guardian was really worried about the plant spot as well as in the unsafe spot right in the corner. Defending from the window, so awkward here. Kirby, look at this. This is a bro. That's a bro right there, James.
Turn around and Simple is just there behind you. Hello guys, how you doing? Na'Vi with a good opportunity to make it to 11-7, but we have the force buy from Astralis. Everybody spending cash. Device leaving himself with 1,100 in the bank. Not perfect, but it is what it is. They want to win rounds. Nice shoulder peek from Seized. Could have been 1 tap there, but now he extends his range.
Impressive. Nice stuff there from Seized. Very clean kill onto Glaive. And the Astralis, they will continue to try to poke and prod and find their way around these angles to see if they can get off a shots to connect with the head. And Device, he looks like he's continuing in how he's performed previously. Every map he's been delivering these Beagle headshots. 5-7 in play from Zipex as well. This is actually very scary, James.
Yeah, but Na'Vi have time. They have time to adjust. Smoke deployed by the CT side, but there is time then. Ooh, meat shots. That is a strong weapon collected in isolation. Dupree's close enough. He could do some damage here. Oh, there goes the bomb. Flamey just about trading, but instantly traded back. That AK comes into play, and now it's none other than Simple. He has to try and avoid double peek. No double peek required. Device straight in his jaw, son. Close casket funeral for Simple.
3K from a Device in the round. Why is this guy so good? The pistols, the AKs, or the rifles in general, and of course the AWP. Just every round he's just having his impactful frags. 9-8. What is the response from Na'Vi here? It's surely a force buy. Their economy's been completely racked. They've got nothing left in the tank. You might as well force buy because you're going to save twice anyway. It's only actually, okay, I thought Simple was going to be saving a bit there, but looks like everybody's spending everything here. So force buys in. Looks like they're going to shovel in perhaps towards the B bomb sites, or what is the choice here? They are gravitating towards that side of the map so far. Astralis know that a rush surely is coming. They know Tech-9s are coming, or a Tech-9 at least.
Zipex preparing himself. His gun will rattle loud, but by that time it may be too late. Ooh, we see the second smoke again for the white box, but not for this one. And there's no one pressuring, no one checking. You go to the door and you're done. From Zipex's position, the CTs only need to worry about the window unless he goes down. Perfect round from Astralis. All 5 players losing a combined 6 points of life.
And I can understand why they chose that round as well. I think that's generally going to have probably less success than the one on A, which is classically what you do with the force buy. You get one or two players with, so you can have a smoke or something, or two smokes, get a wall of smokes. You play for the plant, and that plant, of course, the short plant forces CTs to move, and you can get frags as well. That's usually the round most people go with, but it's so predictable. And that's perhaps why they didn't run it. And this time, it is just full blocks. And this is another round where, again...
Deagle on simple.
Oh, I missed that.
You lied, Dan. You lied.
I am a liar.
You're a liar.
I apologize. Let's see what he can do here, because if he can lead in with a frag, maybe they can get some extra damage done. Kill or two out of a round like this would be phenomenal, to be honest. They've invested only $700, so...
If they went to the top of short, you can boost on the ledge and look over the door, but you see Astralis playing the range game, so that would not yield any results. Nothing but range in all the positions for Astralis. Good support for the long area, should it be required as well. So Na'Vi are going to find it hard to get anything done, and with Zipex now moving towards the goose position, it'll be tough for them to get the bomb planted on A.
Barbecue attempt. Oh, here it comes, the push, and it could be a very, very quick affair here as they set up the run boost, perhaps. Run boost is quite typical in this spot, but it looks like Astralis, they know what's up here. They've got people in position to deal with this, and indeed, setting up the run boost device, is he going to be ready to fix this? Oh, they messed it up.
That's a bad miss.
Okay, just jumping in. It's like, oh, well, whatever. That's just a run and gun.
It's a bunch of grapes moving towards the A site, and all the grapes are being plucked off one by one. But there's potential. No, there isn't. Death by paper cuts for the Na'Vi side.
How do they get 2 kills, James? How do they get 2 kills?
I cannot compute how they got 2 kills. Maybe just all the guns in the same place combined to make one bullet that was better than the average one from a Glock. 1 round advantage for Astralis.
So we get a timer here from Na'Vi. Slowing things down as Astralis have certainly thrown a novelty-sized wrench into the works. Where does this one go? What do Na'Vi go to here on the T side? We haven't actually seen a Wall of Smokes type set piece executed by them on the A-bomb sites with Molotovs. That's a classic set piece, that one of the stronger ones that a lot of teams tend to run. Obviously popularized by the threat NIP. With the Molotov editions, that is. So that's something that they can consider. Obviously, the pick-based game is dangerous with the likes of Device, and they have no AWP to contest him.
Yeah, and one question might be where he's playing at the moment. Again, very notorious short player with the AWP. Starting off with support for his teammates, he's the one throwing the flash as long as taken. And he's going to have a look with Device in the meantime. Standard map control stuff from Na'Vi. Both these teams being very careful. Slow starts to these rounds in Dust 2. May descend into explosive madness as we get to those 16th rounds. But for now, nobody wants a disadvantage. Everyone being very careful.
Yeah, the A play would be quite nice for the Na'Vi side, just because Astralis are only playing 1 on the bomb sites. At the moment, there's 1 in CT spawn instead of being on Goose, which would be if the guy was on Goose, that's kind of 3-man strong A hold that you can look towards. But it's as though Astralis, they are just still playing fairly static in their positions, trying to use, or rather wait as long as possible before using their grenades to delay Na'Vi. But Na'Vi do look set in going for an A split here. This is going to be coming in fairly soon. They haven't got much time left.
Interesting. Glaive deploys his grenades towards short and goes back to long for a smoke. Now Device is in position, misses the first shot. Again, he's got Zipex for support on the ramp. Still has to avoid the flashbangs, and his teammate's been isolated in long. He's going to help him instead at close range. But no, there's one trade onto Edward, but now they've lost the sight, but at least he's got long. He can try and hold on to that for the retake.
This is going to be really tough here. Dupree's going to be coming in from CT, not the best positions, but Kirby gets one, so does Dupree. Now Device can work from long as he starts to push up. It's going to be down to Simple against 2. Up in amongst the smoke, finds Device, and now he just needs to get Kirby, and then he can win this clutch for Na'Vi. In comes Kirby, this raise, good from Simple, and that's going to be that 10-10, the equalizer, as Simple gets the triple in the round.
Lovely
make sure
stuff.
Na'Vi do it.
Lovely stuff by him. The Pug King of Dust 2 showing his experience. Great play with the smoke grenade as well. Probably a gimmick that he's learned from his actions, but that angle takes down Device for free. I don't think he saw that one coming. Manages to avoid the flashbang, not position himself too poorly. The duel just about 1v1. 10-10. Tactical timeout from Na'Vi as opposed to Astralis, who have some money for a buy. We see the AWP onto the Device. Starix have loads of information for his side. They're all listening quietly. Very good team-oriented focus. It's all about the team.
Very tense here for both teams. I think in the first two maps we had a Na'Vi that was, very jovial, looking very good, very focused. And the same for Astralis as well in the first two maps. But here, the tension for both teams is just so high. The pressure is so incredibly high.
Ooh, we see a complete change from Astralis. Now Zipex is over towards long. Kiabi's been boosted in CT, and Device, rather than playing long or short, is in CT holding an angle on short. So a complete change in approach from the Danes. Resetting the situation. Na'Vi will have to go on the investigation. It may cost them lives.
And no one has any money. Like, no one on either team has any money. This is such a big round. In the late stage of this third map, this is such an important one. Device, he starts it off well, picks off seized on Catwalk, and now there's problems here for Na'Vi. They've got over a minute to play with, but they don't have many grenades, and you can see Edward, he's spurred into some action here, he's spurred into a response. Zipex only has a UMP, this is not good on range.
Yeah, Glade's coming in for support. Can he get there in time? There's no one to flank from long, but Glade doesn't know that, so he's got to be really careful. Kiabi there as well. It is a shooting gallery for the CT side. Na'Vi are dropping like flies. And now it's Simple versus 5. Not a single kill for Na'Vi. Exactly what Astralis needed.
That frag from Device, that first kill from Device, set Na'Vi into a frenzy, an attack onto the A-bomb site, which was perhaps ill-timed. Perhaps they felt too pressured, so they could not get their optimal setup going to make it really strong. And that's what could really make the difference here. We can see the eco coming out from Na'Vi. Are they broken? They are on the money, but we'll have to see as for the rest as this continues here. Astralis are looking really good on the grenades now. The last round was very sketchy, but now they have all the nades to delay to keep themselves safe against the pistols.
Creeping towards the finish line on Na'Vi. He's trying to. Nice crossfire. Another shooting gallery. There goes the bomb as well. There goes Guardian, leaving Simple alone with his armor and P250. He will hear the rotation into CT. He's got an opportunity, although a slight one. Device over towards Car on his own. Simple will expect him. He'll try to pre-fire or pre-aim at the very least. Oh, he's looked away while Device repositioning. And now support comes in. No kills in that round. They move on to the next one, but the money is less than spectacular for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Simple actually got Kevlar with helmet and a P250 there. He's actually put his money very low. I mean, he'll be fine to buy in the following round, but obviously, if he wanted to AWP or anything like that, if that was going to be a change, there's no way he can really afford to do that in the following round. We get a timeout actually from Astralis here, perhaps allowing Na'Vi to sit in their despair for a moment longer. And that's exactly what they're experiencing. I mean, if you just have pistols on Dust 2, it's just so demoralizing. You can't, it's so hard to do anything. It's a map that's characterized by its extensive ranges. And that is exactly what the pistols suck at. So, not fun times there.
Astralis on the cusp of 13 rounds. I think things start to change when you get to that point. The mindset changes. You can see the finish line. Things get a bit more serious. And Astralis are in a good spot to achieve that, because Na'Vi have no choice. They've got to go for pistols, but still, a Deagle, maybe a hope purchase from Simple being picked up. Guardian picking one up as well. 2,400 loss bonus after this round, not all the money in the world. It's a messy situation for the Na'Vi side.
And Devices shooting fish in a barrel. Catching Guardian in midair there. Very good start for him once again. The king of middle so far is Device with that AWP. Just sitting there in his throne, made of AWPs. The throne of AWPs. Now Device is just going to keep rattling away. Na'Vi, they're going to have to try to barrel down a position here, steal away a weapon. the numbers are all you have in a round like this, and to have numbers picked off early like this makes things even more difficult.
Numbers game for Na'Vi. It's going to work out. We've got 2 headshots. We've got potential. They've got a man advantage, but can they rescue the weapons? Kiabi's got full nades, but there are no nades on the T side, so they may not be able to reach these bodies they've dropped. 40 seconds left. Astralis will use those grenades to delay. Kiabi can throw a Molotov into that, a smoke into that molly if he wants to slow things down yet more. The information pop flash towards long. Sees we spotted. He's picked up the M4 in the pit. And here we have another attempt at a run boost. And with Kiabi moving forward, Device is isolated. The Deagle though can't connect. Device is stuck. He's trapped. He's not alive anymore. 2 versus 2. The time is ticking. Simple's got to get the bomb down, but they're both on his position, going for those shots. Not going to work out. Astralis make it to 13. They're close down. They are very close.
Yeah, very close indeed. And Simple recognized it's just impossible to get the bomb down in that spot. Going for the Deagle plays. Very unlucky, I think, not to connect the Deagle after getting the spot after the run boost. Very unlucky indeed. Very patient with his shots. And Na'Vi timeout here is they really need to assess the situation to figure out what on earth they're going to do in this spot to try to make it back into this one. They did it on the last map, so it's hard to not have the confidence that they're able to or capable of it. But Astralis is certainly looking very comfortable now in the last few rounds, but they have been up against a lot of ecos, so that's kind of how it goes.
Oh, look at that. That looks definitely... Shoutouts to definitely watching on that setup. That's awesome. Really, really nice stuff there. Love that mouse pad as well. Love the mouse pad. 3-round lead for Astralis. Na'Vi's money is tight. Flamies had the cash, though, to drop the AWP for Guardian. We haven't seen 2 AWPs from Na'Vi. Perhaps maybe 1 round, but it's not been an approach for them. So here we go, it's crunch time now. If they lose this round, Na'Vi, you have to wonder if the heads will stay in the game. Astralis very close to moving forward in the tournament. Loser goes home. See what Device has up his sleeve. Moving towards the middle area once again, but it could be B.
Held my breath there for that one. Guardian with his gap shots, man. He's not going to be lucky this time. And Simple actually looking towards Upper Dark there to see if he can get something done. But the pre-nades there of the CT side of Astralis is going to deny him everything. He's playing a dangerous game here. Look at all this focus around the double doors. This feels like it could be very explosive.
Zipex drops a massive grenade from short into lower tunnel on a timing. And look what it's done to Flamey and Edward. And in the meantime, you've got Kiabi following up on that damage. Making life easy for him. Device with the off angle. You never know where he's going to be. Astralis moving 1 kill at a time forward in this tournament.
That's so cheeky. Kirby just baiting there, getting the frag and then jumping across the bait. So cheeky from Astralis. Simple Guardian and C's left. That's all that remains in this round for Na'Vi. As Astralis look good for that 14th round. But there is still time here for Na'Vi side. Simple's going to go out on a limb here, try to make a play. If he is able to defeat the players on the B-bomb site, there's a real possibility. There is a nice entry from Simple, but there's much more work to be done. Dupree's lurking now. Simple, did he hear anything? Up on the crates he goes, looking for Dupree. He knows he must be close. Dupree wins the battle, though. On what are they to do? Guardian was moving in. He was confident Simple could create the opening, but it's Seized who's looking to do that now. There's 25 seconds to go.
Oh, but look at Guardian. He's got AWP. He has to land this shot. He does. That takes away the middle area, but now he's alone once again. Oh, Glaive just coming from low tunnel, but not fast enough for the kill. Guardian, what are you going to do? You've got 12 seconds. You have to plant this bomb fast. He's going for the frags, though, and he's not going to make it. The buy of Na'Vi has been crushed. Astralis are 2 rounds away.
What an impossible situation for Guardian there. Astralis playing so well. That mid setup there, looking like they were, worlds ahead of Na'Vi in that situation, baiting them, just connecting all those shots. Device ever consistent in that position as well. And now it's, oh no, it's down to triple UMP, isn't it, Jace? Triple UMP, Khalil, CZ. They have a decent selection of grenades here, lacking the smokes though. We'll see some smokes down into the middle double doors and a very fast pace indeed. Flamey's gonna, is he just gonna self-pop flash himself in? Well, the pop flash worked onto Kirby, but here comes the push. Dupree's there to provide cover, and this is definitely not going well to start with for Na'Vi.
Is this how it ends for Na'Vi? Perhaps not. Flashbang coming through the door, but they still got the sight. Simple the off angle to CZ. Can he get it killed? No, he can't. That leaves his teammates in a horrible spot. Edward carrying the bomb of all of 3 HP. Going towards T-spawn, but what if there was a push from the CTs? What if there was a push? Fortunately for him, there isn't. The CTs repositioning those seeds, could take 2. Device goes down immediately. Spots Apex now, but he doesn't have the best of this situation. The AK will prevail. 2 Ts remain for Na'Vi to stop Astralis from getting to match point. The flash comes in, and Edward's still stuck in mid with 3 HP. There's an angle being held by Glaive. He could take the bomb down at any point. Edward's made it, but now it's 3 and 4. There's a combined 7 HP. Zepex, they are at his mercy. There goes the bomb. Guardian holding on for now, but really, what can he do? He's got the AWP down.
He has, but the bomb is just well and truly lost. He has to go close to reclaim it. His options are fairly limited. And he goes, he's going to make the best of a very bad situation. Not much he can do. Astralis now on match point, and the tension, the pressure is crushing for Na'Vi.
Crazy thing is, from that angle, you probably can't see through your own Molotov at all, which makes things even worse. Match point Astralis. Na'Vi need 5 from 5 for overtime, otherwise they have hit the end of the road. Managed to get a reasonable buy with their max loss bonus, 3 AKs rather. Guardian's gone from the AWP to the Scouts. And there it is, a great start from Device. He goes back to the well one too many times though.
We see what happens when Flamey gets angry, but can he unleash the beast in this round? Na'Vi committed perhaps on towards that A-bomb site, looking for a fast approach, or at least just some harassment. It is early in the round, and they have Edward in middle looking to catch potential rotation. We've seen Astralis, just as Na'Vi did, are very quick to try to take map control if it's given to them. The flank's coming. A lot of this is about how well Edward can play off this position. He's got so many spots to worry about.
I think he might have heard Dupree running through B from his position, because the walls aren't too far away. He's been looking towards spawn, but Kiabi's got an off angle down.
And in comes Dupree. This is not going to be good for Edward. He's not looking the right way. And hit from 2 sides at once. The sandwich. Oh no, it's looking very grim for Simple and Flamey now. 2 against 4 as the bomb tries to make its way onto the site. They've got time here, but Astralis are taking their time, making sure they can set up and making sure that they don't mess this one up. Simple and Flamey, can they do it? Simple gets the first one. Flamey though, he's under pressure, and Simple's head comes clean off. Flamey to deliver, but 3 points of health, and Astralis have done it!
Astralis, the first team to book their spots into the semi-finals. Na'Vi looks so strong in this tournament up to this point. We thought they might be a surprise favorite, but Astralis too formidable. They made it difficult, taking it to 3 maps. It looks good, but in the end, Astralis too strong an opponent for Na'Vi. 2-1 victory over a very difficult team, a very strong and dangerous team. The fairy tale comes to an end for Simple & Co.
The way that the draw went, the way that we see both of these 2 teams meet at this stage